Hello, welcome to Friday Sessions with Sport Calling. A couple of big news items that certainly took our attention here at Sport Calling, as well as the world's media. Firstly, the announcement by Barcelona with their big sponsorship deal with Rakuten, huge Japanese e-commerce platform, competitor of Amazon and Alibaba, purported to be in the region of 55 million euros per annum. But that's not the interesting bit. It's really about who Rakuten are. And what it means for both entities, both in terms of Barcelona and their engagement and reach globally, outside of the circa 93 million Facebook followers they have, but also again for Rakuten, because Rakuten as an e-commerce platform has in the region of 116 million odd registered users, but also interestingly, they own the social media or messaging platform Viber, which in itself has a reach of something like 800 odd million users worldwide. So in terms of, I guess, e-commerce opportunities, business development, outside the obvious reach and engagement and content share, that is a deal that really does seem like a win-win for both parties. And then secondly, if you move on to, again, growth of sport, in particular China, there's been lots of discourse, again, from this week, from the World Rugby Conference, around the growth of rugby in China itself. Now, we've all followed the news of China investing in sport, particularly in Europe, but this is the other way around in terms of how can we invest in a sport and allow it to grow, or create the conditions for it to grow in a country like China. Now, at the moment, you've got a tiny amount of people playing rugby in China, purported to be around 75,000, which obviously is minuscule in the context of that particular country. However, you've got, we just talked about Rakuten a couple of seconds ago, but you've got Alibaba, their competitor from China, who've invested over this year, again in the region of around 100 million, in the growth of the sport. The backdrop, again, if you look at 2019, the World Cup taking place in Japan, albeit clearly a very different country, but at the same time, I think it's a message around the growth of rugby internationally, and particularly in Asia. So that's something which is a really interesting development in terms of the opportunities both for, I guess, European brands to grow their rugby presence or association, but also within China itself.